So, hello everyone again, and welcome to this new episode of the AfriTech Connect. And today's episode is going to be surrounded around wellness, but just as every other AfriTech theme is usually spatial technology, project management, or inclusive leadership, today is wellness, and all through the lens of our diverse AfriTech community and beyond. So tonight's episode is a little different, and I hope you're going to love this concept. In honor of World Ocean Day that was celebrated on the 8th of June, so last Sunday, we are setting aside the script and everything technical that we know and letting the tide guide us. And this is a soulful, unscripted conversation around ocean and the sea and the different stories we have, but also a conversation between islanders. So the theme for tonight is the sea in us. And we'll be exploring how the ocean shapes our identities, our wellness, and our dreams for the future. There are 10 questions in total, and it will be in a chat roulette kind of way. So, because there will be a roulette that will be turning for the different questions. So, there will be two types of questions. There will be one question that is open to everyone on this, every panelist, and another type of question which is specific to the panelist who got this question on the roulette. So, think of it as pulling shells from the shore. I'm sure that all of us one day we went to the beach and we were picking up seashells. One seashell that might look super beautiful to someone might look very boring to somebody else. So it's the same tonight. Like each one of us, we have our own stories and we have our own aspect of things. So let's keep an open mind. And even you, the people from the audience, if you have anything that you would like to share with us, feel free to add in the chat. Or at the end, you can even unmute yourself and share with us anything that you would like to share about the ocean and the sea. So I would like to introduce myself. For those of you who don't know, I'm Anne-Gaëlle Carré, but you can call me Anga. I'm the program manager of the AfriTech Fellowship and also the creator of the AfriTech Connect space. And I'm very happy to have our amazing guest speakers tonight with me in the name of Sruti, Natacha, and Anne-Sophie. So I will proceed by introducing them. So Shruti is a coral enthusiast whose love for Point Destiny and Île aux Aigrettes sparked a deep, lifelong connection to the sea. She finds peace under the moonlit tides and relates to the grace and endurance of a sea turtle, just like you can see on her background. And her ocean dream is to explore the Great Barrier Reef and the icy beauty of the Arctic Ocean before it disappears. I'm saying that let's hope that it does not disappear, but I can understand that you want to see it before it disappears. With us also tonight, we have Natacha. So Natacha is grounded and reflective. She identifies with the hermit crab, quiet, adaptable, and at home in nature. Her memories of Montchoisy are woven with calm afternoons and golden light. Her ocean dream, or should I say her beach dream, is to walk along the serene beaches of Seychelles and connect with the tranquil island shores. And lastly, but certainly not the least, we have Anne-Sophie, who is a sunset seeker and island soul who grew up swimming in the waters of Peribea. Fascinated by whale sharks and ocean folklore, she sees the sea as a space of mystery, power, and transformation. Her ocean dream is to visit the Arctic Ocean as well and experience the midnight sun and witness unique creatures like narwhals and walruses. So thank you, Shruti, Natasha, and Anso for being with us today. And without further ado, we are going to start with the roulette. Just to make sure that everybody can see the roulette, I'm going to share my screen. Yes, if you can see, if you can just put your hand, a thumbs up and let me know that you're seeing it. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to start with Shruti. So Shruti, are you ready?
Yes, ready,
Okay.
ready.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so the first question that we have is for Shruti, which is what's one tradition, food, or story from your island that's linked to a sea?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for this beautiful introduction and also this question. So, what I would say for Mauritius is that we're surrounded obviously by the sea, and we are quite particular about our cuisine. So, one food that reminds me that I would say connects with the sea would be vindai, fish vindai, or uritsafrane. That would be something that I guess we all love it. So yes, that's the food part of um, Mauritius, and there's many other dishes as well, which is linked to the sea. We have um, squid and all the shells that can be eaten as well. But for me, what reminds me of the ocean is either with safrane or vindai. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shruti. And I think I agree with you with what you say, but I would also say maybe like a good boiled noodles with I don't know if that's translated to English, but mogwa.
Yes.
That's a good one as well. So I think that would have been what I
Yeah.
would have chosen. So next on the roulette we have Natasha. Natasha, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so Natasha got a question that is open to everyone. So, which is how do you hope future generations will connect with and protect the ocean? So, Natasha, you can go ahead, but Shruti and Sophie, get prepared because you will have to answer this question as well.
So thanks for the question. In my opinion, like we already the future generation, and we already connected to the sea in ways. And because now we are more educated and we have more, the knowledge base is already here. We've done a lot of things to protect nature. Not everything has been done yet, but we are on the way. Right now, like we have marine science among us right now, who already know the ocean much more than I do. And I think we have started it. It's not yet done, but we have started, and it's a really good thing. We are doing things to protect corals. We are doing things to reduce oil spillage in ocean by boats, and slowly we are slowly trying to reduce the mass of fishing. And I think we are in a good way. If we keep on doing that path, it is going to be a good thing. What I hope is when they are going to develop new technologies, every new thing that is going to be developed in the future, they do everything in a way that is going to be environmental friendly and ocean friendly. Develop stuff, and we we do it, but in a very environmental friendly way. To
Okay. Thank you so much, Natasha. Shruti, do you want to go next?
My message for them would be I hope for them to know its importance and also be able to protect it. And we have the ocean is something is to be respected, and we have a lot to learn from the ocean. So I hope the future generation gets to know this importance, and also through I think through education, through science, community engagement, sensitization campaigns, um, I hope that they get inspired and become ocean stewards so that they protect the ocean, that we still have it, we still have it for the future. Yes.
Thank you so much, Sruti. And Anne-Sophie, what would you say?
Like, I'm gonna take again, like same as Natasha and Shruti already said. So for them to know like the importance of the ocean and the marine creatures and why they should having more knowledge also on the ocean, because I kind of gonna take the quote like from Sylvia Earle that says we can't protect something that we're not aware about. So we have to increase knowledge and knowledge that we have on the ocean to pass it to the future generation, so that they know what is the ocean actually, and not just a deep like vast of water surrounding us, and that it's inhabit a lot of creatures, and that they are important, and that we are actually already losing some of them. And it would be so sad to see in the next years having my kids or grandkids or my niece and telling that only can show her pictures or videos of marine creatures that existed in the past. That will be so sad. They imagine just showing people of the next generation pictures of a turtle and say like, oh, you see that used to exist in the past, it's no more here because we killed everything, we destroyed everything. So really having this impact knowledge of like the importance of what's going to happen, because the ocean doesn't need us, we need the ocean, and really it's high time everyone understand it. And as Natasha said, it's already our generation who has to like already doing the change, but we have to pass it on to the next generation so that they can keep that in mind, keep creating awareness and sensitization. So this is my hope for the future generations, that they keep on telling, like yelling at the wall, like, please protect the ocean, protect the marine environment, because we need it. Like protect the planet, because we need the planet. Yeah.
Thank you, Anso. And I think that's exactly what I would say as well. You guys pretty much said everything, but I would add that, yeah, I definitely agree that we are the next generation and we are doing a lot of things already. I hope that the next generation is also going to be willing to do more to preserve what we have and or what we have left. Just like I was saying at the beginning, for Shruti said that she wanted to see them before they disappear. Hopefully, they will not disappear. Some spaces won't disappear. Actually, since Natasha got an open question, it's going to be her again. So, Natasha, I'm turning the wheel again for you. Well, if you get the open question again, that would be funny. Okay, so Natasha, what does the ocean mean to you personally and culturally?
Culturally, I would say beaches mostly is a thing in Mauritius. Every time there is a party, a public holiday, anything, we are going to the beach. There is no holiday, no public holiday, no weekend that we are not at the beach. So for me, the ocean, the beach, it is a place where we are all having fun as well. So this is what it means for me. Every time we are going to the beach, this is a whole process in Mauritius, whole day of preparation just to go to the beach, and it's always fun to be there. And this is what it means for me culturally. This is a thing that I enjoyed, and I love it, and I will still love it. And this is, I think, what make us Mauritians go loving to go to the beach. And that's it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like, this is definitely, and I think one good aspect of going to the beach for us as Mauritian is it's also like the type of pleasure that everyone can have. Even like you have money, you don't have money, you can just go to the beach and chill. Like it's for everyone, and there's like no space where you don't feel like you're not welcome. Well, I mean, maybe some spaces in front of hotels or anything, but the beach in general is usually a space where everybody can just feel at ease being there and having like a good time. So thank you for sharing this with us, Natasha. And so you already answered. So next, it's supposed to be me. So let's wait. I think it's slightly better now, because it's not lagging anymore that much on my side at least. So I will turn the wheel. Give me a second. Okay. So my question is, what's one item you always bring on a beach day, and what does it say about you? Okay. I really did not think I would fall in that question. But I would say one thing that I always bring at the beach is a book, weirdly enough, because I feel like reading on the beach is like very different. I don't know if anyone else experienced it, but like when you go to the beach, and mostly if you're alone, because like if I'm going with a group, it's less likely that I'm going to be able to read. But usually when I go to the beach on my own, then I usually bring a book, and then I go for a swim, come back out, and then just chill, have some snacks ready and some drinks, and then I read my book. And it just feels really, really good. I used to, and funny enough, I used to tease a lot of people who used to do that around me, and I would say, like, seriously, you come to the beach and you're reading your book, but there's some kind of peacefulness that is in it when you're reading, and you can just hear like the waves and people, even like the chat of people around, the kids enjoying the sand is just, it's just really, really nice to have this atmosphere and just read your book. I mean, of course, it depends what book you're reading. If you're reading like a like a horror movie or kind of script, then it's not nice. But for me, definitely, I think it would be a book. A book is what I always bring with me at the beach. Um, And I guess, okay, there was a second part that I forgot to answer. Like, what does it say about me? Is that, I guess what it says about me is that I always try things a second time. Like even one time I do something and I feel like, why am I doing this? And it doesn't make sense. I will always try it again because I want to make sure that the first time I did it was not just a bad day. So just as I said, I thought that reading a book at the beach was like something horrendous. So every time I would be like, no, I can't do this. And then one day I did it again and it worked. So I guess that's one thing that it says about me is like, even if I don't like something the first time, I will try again a second time and sometimes even a third time. And then I'll be like, okay, there, yeah, I guess either I like it or I don't like it. But that's it. So then it's Shruti's turn. So Shruti, are you okay to have your second question? Maybe it will be the
Yes,
open question. We don't know.
we don't know yet.
Okay. So, Shruti, your question is, what sound of the ocean instantly soothes your soul?
Well, for me personally, I would say one of my favorite spots would be Rivière des Galets. To hear the waves crashing through these rounded stones, polished stones, and hear the crackle of it every time the wave retreats. So I remember once we were on a road trip and I was with my friends and we sat there just waiting for the perfect crackle until we heard the perfect crackle and we ended up staying there longer than we expected, just waiting for that perfect sound. And for me, it's like nature's ASMR. It makes me feel
Mm.
good hearing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I
So
mean,
yeah.
like it definitely. I never actually thought about listening how the noise of the waves would be in those rounded stone. But definitely, I want to go and listen to now. I don't know if anyone here has listened to it before, but definitely now that you said it, I'm definitely going to go there and try to find a perfect crackle as well. But yeah,
It's really
so
soothing. You should
I
try
mean, I
it.
can imagine it does sound very soothing. But yeah, let's try to do that next time. Who knows? Maybe we'll go together and maybe you'll tell us
Let's
exactly
go.
where we should sit to to hear it well. So
Yeah.
next will be Natasha. Maybe Natasha is lucky to have the all round question all the time. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, no, not this time. So your question, Natasha, is can you recall a time when the ocean helped you feel grounded or whole?
I think every time I feel grounded when I'm swimming, I'm just floating on the back actually. Like whenever you had a really bad day and you go to the beach, you just swim and you just swim on your back, just floating on your back. And all you hear are the waves, and get the sun onto you. And I think this is the time when I feel grounded. This is the most relaxing moment that I have when I'm going on the beach. And even though now I've started to snorkeling, it feels I feel grounded whenever I'm underwater. You just can't hear anything. You just get submerged in whatever you're seeing. And sometimes you just too submerged, I don't even know where you just landed. You just went, you just okay, I went that far. I didn't realize because you're so deep into whatever you're seeing, into the ocean, the beauty of it. And this is when I feel grounded. It is very relaxing. I'm enjoying it. And yeah, and this is basically how I feel grounded.
I'm sorry, Natasha, I will have to put you on the spot. I'm very happy that you actually feel grounded with snorkeling now because I remember the person. I mean, like, I think Aunt Sophie remembers it even better, but I used to remember that you were scared of the ocean and you told us that you love your life too much to go and dive or snorkel for the matter. So it's interesting to see how you feel grounded now.
Yeah, this is a change, 2 year changing that happened. Someone took me to the beach, introduced me to new fishes, and now I think this is a lifestyle now.
And who was that
So I had
someone?
to, yeah, that someone is already in the chat.
She's
Like she convinced us. She was like, let's go dive, let's go dive. You know, like little voices inside of your head. So you had to try it at one point because she was so insisting. So we tried, and now we're enjoying it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm a victim as well. I mean, I already loved the beach before. I loved the ocean, but I never had this drive to push me and go and like you say meet new fishes. But that person definitely pushed us to go out of our comfort zone in that matter, and that person is actually the one who's going to answer the next question. So Sophie, I hope you're ready. I don't know if you want to jump on that to bounce on what we just said first.
Yeah, I do. Like I wanted to add that to be fair, when I tried to convince everyone to come dive, I was actually on the lookout for a new dive buddy. So I didn't expect I gonna have so many new people so interested in becoming mermaids and so happy now.
That's good. We're happy.
We
So
also have a
let's
long list
see.
of people with.
We are all mermaids now.
Yes.
Let's see what question you're gonna get. Okay. So, Aunt Sophie, if you could describe your bond with the sea in one sentence, what would it be? And feel free to elaborate as to why you chose that sentence.
Mm. Okay, so in one sentence, I would say it is my safe space. So then, as I said earlier, when I replied to the other question saying how the ocean, like living on on an island, shaped my bond with the ocean, is, as I said, for me, I always love listening to the different sound that you get by the sea or from the ocean. And lately, and when I started diving, also, I like when you start to descend and get underwater. Like for me, I kind of define it as listening to the silence. Like really, like you don't hear the outside noise, you're just hearing the ocean only, and like the bond you have with this connection is like it's always calm me down, and most of the time I'm just like, so it made me sad that I'm not a real mermaid where I can't stay underwater longer than the how long my air tank allowed me to stay underwater. But yeah, so it's it's like kind of like why I say like the ocean is my safe space, because this is where I feel most grounded and most like myself, where I kind of like really say, oh, yeah, that's really where I want to be, and how it really helped me clear my mind and just forget most of my problem for a couple of hours as long as I'm by the sea.
That's nice. And I love that you talk about that silence that is present under the sea, is the sound of the silence. And I feel like I knew it. A lot of people talked about it before, but the first time I went to dive, that was the thing that like was like the biggest shock for me. I mean, it was a good shock because just before you die, there's so much excitement. Everybody's like, okay, you're gonna do that, and then you can jump from the back, and then you're gonna go in the water. So you're stressed because you're like, what do I have to hold first? I don't know which one. I know I need to go in the water. I'm not going to be able to breathe. So there's so many things going in your head. And then as soon as you get in that water, it just like it's like silent. It's really silent. And it's crazy how, and we were actually talking about this yesterday with Aunt Sophie, and we were saying that the sound actually goes faster in the water than it does in the air, but it's so silent. It's really, really silent. And when you're in that state, like you feel like it could be scary. I would say it could be scary. Maybe it's scary for some people, but it is actually very soothing. And for not too long ago, someone told me that because you know in videos of the ocean underwater, sometimes you hear like some click click sound. I used to think that it was due to the camera, but apparently it's the corals that are doing the click click sound. And I was like, oh my God, there's so many things that the ocean has to teach us, and we just like simply don't know. And this is just so crazy. Like in this silent, you don't hear it, and then from your camera you can hear like the click click sound, and it's really really nice. So thank you so much, Anne-Sophie, for sharing this with us. And let's see what question I'm gonna get. I mean, like there's two questions left, so I mean, one is the open question and one is so let's see. Okay, so I guess it's the open question. So the question is, what is your oldest memory of the sea? And it's open to everyone. So I will start and then we can go by Sruti, Natasha, and then Anso. But for me, my oldest memory of the sea, I would say it would be um, with my family. We would go to the beach, we would get ready, and then we would go spend the whole day. And as soon as we get there, me and my brother are fighting with my parents, be like, can we go and swim? And then they'll be like, no, you need to eat first. And then we eat, and then we say, can we go and swim? And they're like, no, you don't. You have to wait for your food to be digested a little bit, and then you can go. So we are sitting there looking at the sea, and we just really want to go in and we can't. And then at some point, our parents are like, okay, okay, you can go. And then we would go, and it would be super fun, and we would play on, but we wouldn't go too far. But every time, right before leaving the beach, our father would come and bring us further in the water. And we knew, like, each time that our father came to us, we knew that time was going to happen. And sometimes we would be scared, but at the same time, it's a bit of excitement. So he would just take us and then throw us in the water. Okay, Dad, if you're listening to that, I mean, the police don't need to go and get my dad, because it was safe. I knew he was like taking care of us, but he would just like take us and then throw us in the water, and then he would be like, "Come now," and that's how I learned how to swim. And I think, in a way, I'm very happy that my dad did that, because it made me less scared of the water, and I realized that there's a lot of people in Mauritius, even though we are in an island, that are scared of the water. And I think it's something that we should try to address. And so I'm very happy. Maybe it's not like the nicest way to do it, but my dad did it that way, and it worked for us. And we love the beach. And the lost, like the one of the biggest thing was, I remember when we were in the car going back home, my parents would always tell us, say goodbye to the sea. And then me and my brother would be like, see, and it would be so nice. I mean, like, when I think about it now, I feel like it's really cute. And this is something that he actually passed on to his kids. And every time we go with them, and they are saying goodbye, see, and I just see myself and my brothers just saying goodbye to the sea. So that would be it for me. Shruti?
Well, for me, the oldest memory of the sea that, as I can remember, it goes back to when I was still a little kid, probably around, not it's I vaguely remember it. So it was around, I was about 3 years old, and I remember going on holidays with my grandparents abroad, and it was the first time visiting an aquarium, an oceanarium. Um, and at that time, we didn't have any aquariums here in Mauritius, but over there it was quite a big one with big uh, glass panes surrounded. You're surrounded by glass panes, and you're inside the aquarium, and you're surrounded by fish, by so many amazing organisms around you. And I remember being so fascinated by them. And outside, I remember outside of the aquarium, there was a platform where they would perform dolphin shows for everybody visiting. So that was the first time I saw dolphins, and I vaguely remember it, but recently I was going through um, albums, and it kind of refreshed my memory. But yeah, that would be yes, the most precious memories that I hold of when I was a kid.
Thank you. Natasha?
I think your oldest memory and my oldest memory are basically the same because as every Mauritian going to the sea is going to the beach is an event. So this is a family gathering. This is not an ordinary thing. So going to the beach is equal to just a very family gathering. Lots of preparation because you're all going to meet cousins there. But the difference is that there's like a line in the sea that you should not cross because after that maybe you will drown. And then there's my mom standing there and looking at us, don't cross the line. That is my very oldest memory. And then I realized, oh, that's why I don't know how to swim. And I only learned recently how that I know how to swim because I didn't know how to swim. As every Mauritian around me, we don't know how to swim because we were too afraid to cross the line. And every time we were getting closer to the line, I was slowly drowning in the water. And and then our mom just picked us and put us back onto the sand because you have to swim in the sand, not in the water, you see. So we were small and we were kids and we were swimming on the sand, not in the sea, actually. So I think this is the oldest memories of my knees getting scratched in the water as well. And yeah, that's definitely my oldest memories. And every time this was done, we were like the same as you. We come, we eat, we swim, and then we stayed in the water for so much time that the parents has to grab us from the water, because we don't want to leave now. And every time we leave, we just put new clothes, and then can we go again? And then you just go again and again, and new clothing is missed. We just wasted another good cloth just to go back to the sea. And sometimes you just end up, you know, my mom putting us back from the sea, and it was reprised that we go back home. And that's basically my oldest memory of the sea.
Thank you so much, Natasha. Oh my God, I laughed so much. I started crying. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this. And Sophie? Answer.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah, Natasha, as usual. You killed me with that thing of swimming in the sun, and it's so true. Actually,
It's so
we all
true.
did that at some point in our life. We all swimmed in the sun at some point in our life. Well, okay. Okay. Yes. So for me, my oldest memory of the sea was when I was around maybe 5 or 6 years old. So I remember going to the beach, me, my sister, and my dad, and like we were doing that every weekend. It was like every Saturday was kind of like our like little weekend routine. So we'll be waiting for the low tide with my dad and my sister, and we just go on the beach and just collect, like the seafood and seashell, and we just do like like a soup with it. Come back. It was just like it was not like a big thing, but just like a soup, and we were doing that every Saturday. So it's just like it was kind of like a ritual like between the three of us, and we like every time like we were just waiting like all week for the Saturday to come because we knew that our dad was going to bring us to the beach in the afternoon, and just like he'll be like collecting the different seafood and shell, and my sister and I would just be like running on the beach, and sometimes kind of like fake sleeping and falling to the and into the sea, and so like having to swim now because we fell in the water. Because, yeah, nothing. We didn't swim in the sand, so Natasha, but like we were swimming in the water itself. And so sometimes trying to help him to identify the different seafood that we can collect for doing the soup. And he was showing us sometimes like a crab and showing us how he hold it and for it not to hurt us and this. And yeah, it was like a fun and nice memory. Like it was like part of our childhood, and also another way how like we connected with the ocean because it has such a strong meaning. And I believe that my love for the ocean maybe came from my dad then, because he was really like really loves the ocean also, and all the marine creatures. And yeah, so that was one of my oldest memory I have for the ocean.
Thank you so much, Anne-Sophie. I think each of you, everything you said, kind of resonate with all of us, maybe even the audience, people present on this call, because each part of what you said kind of resonated with me in a different way. Swimming in the sun, obviously, but I think even Shruti was talking about the first time she went into that kind of um aquarium. I remembered even when going to the aquarium that they have in Mauritius, not the big one now, but the one they have, I think, I don't remember where it is. But I remember when I saw those
Pointe au
fishes.
Piment, I think.
Yeah, yeah, Pointe Piment. I remember when I saw those fish, I was like, wow, all of those are present in the ocean and you just don't realize. And it's all around us, right? And yeah, like collecting shells and then eating them. I mean, that was another, yeah, big thing from the childhood. And I think we still the thing is, like, we are saying from our childhood, and I hope that this is something that is still being passed on, because I do hear it a little bit around my family. I don't know for you guys, but there is some aspect of it that I think is being lost through the years, and it's sad because I think it's a big part of our identity and who we are, and unfortunately, this is being lost because the youth is not as interested about it as we used to be, or maybe our perception of fun was different. Just swimming in the sand was fun, but now maybe it's not as fun. But yeah, so thank you for sharing that. So I have one last question. I mean, I will still need to turn the wheel, but there's only one question, which is, if the ocean were a person, what would you say to it? And I think if I saw the ocean, the first thing, I mean, like, if I saw the ocean, so the ocean came to me and was like, wanted to have a conversation with me. I think what I would say is I would say sorry. Sorry for like everything that humanity, like human being, are doing to her or him, or I don't know, to the ocean. And that how can we, like, maybe I would ask how we can kind of mend what we already broke. I mean, I don't know if it's even possible, but I'm sure that the ocean would have the answer to that. So basically, I would ask the ocean, so what do you think is something that we can do to kind of try to mend it? Or even like, what is the thing that you feel like is more needed at the moment within the ocean to make it beautiful again, to make it live again? So I think that's what I would say. I'm not really sure of how I would take the approach. Obviously, I would be fascinated by it, and I'll be like, wow, can you show me this thing? Can you show me this thing? I would like ask very basic stuff and like, can you just bring me with you? But I think deeply I would try to know how we can kind of keep them with us, like keep the ocean, keep the sea, keep the animals that live in it, all the organisms, and try to find ways to make it better for everyone. But yeah, that's what I would say to the ocean if it was a person. I don't know if anyone else want to have a go at this question, because I feel like it's very poetic. I don't know if there is something specific that someone would like to say to the ocean. Even on the chat, you can just add in. Natasha?
I think I'm
Okay.
gonna. Oh, sorry, Natasha, you
Okay,
can
no,
go
I
first.
saw I saw Natasha unmute herself, so I wasn't sure if she wanted
Oh, okay.
to speak.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Anne Sophie.
Go ahead.
I go ahead.
Yeah, go
Yes.
ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like kind of same as for you, Anga. So if I could, if the ocean was a person, same, I would say, I'm so, so sorry that, like, for the way we're just hurting it and just taking it for granted, actually, as if we're just thinking it's infinite, where actually its resources is not, and we're not. We are seeing what we're doing to the ocean, and still we're acting as if it's like as if we don't care, or we still have time but we don't. And same, I also would have want to tell the ocean that, but I'm so thankful and say thank you for everything that he gave us, and all the resources, the feeling also of feeling grounded and calm, and all these mysteries that it still has and still hiding. So yeah, so this, like, you're right. Like it's so poetic. There's so many things that we can tell to the ocean if it was an actual person, and yeah, but definitely, I guess I would have loved to have it as a person, but I also think I would have been a bit scared also because I would feel a bit shameful for considering that I also know how much we are like destroying it, and yeah, so yeah, that's kind of like what I would have loved to say to the ocean. Natasha.
Thank you for sharing. Natasha
Oh,
wants
what I
to.
wanted to say to the ocean, like everything that you said exactly is right because we did so many bad things to the ocean. But I just, if ever the ocean was a person, I would also want him to whisper in my ear so that I can sleep better. And I think, the small whispering sound, the wave sound, and everything, the crashing sound. I just want him to just talk to me and tell me all those
Okay.
things with your very nice voice so that I just can, grab all these very good vibes from the ocean as well. And I think, like you said, he has to tell us what can we do to make things better. As I know we cannot repair everything that we've done, but at least we can try to repair what we've done. And I think this is the conversation we were going to have while she whispers to me, or he whispers to me, of course.
Yeah. Thank you, Natasha. Shruti, I don't know if you have anything to add for this question.
Not really. You all have beautifully answered this question, so it would probably be the same. I would be thankful to the ocean for whatever the ocean provides us, be it protection, be it its resources, it's the sense of calmness that we get from the sea. And yes, I would definitely be very sorry to what we've done to the ocean, all the pressures that the ocean is facing, and also would like to know how we could help and mend what we've done. Yeah.
Thank you, Shruti. I don't know if anyone from the audience would like to react to that question or any other question that we've discussed since the beginning, or anything that you would like to share about your identity, your personality, which is linked to the ocean as an islander. You can either unmute yourself and just speak, or you can add in the chat. Let me just close this. No? No one else? So, I mean, before we end, I do know that someone on the panel who is hiding from us something very beautiful that I would ask her if she could share with us, which is Anne-Sophie, who is also a poet at her when she wants to. So she wrote a beautiful poem that she shared with me not too long ago, and I asked her if, be sure that I actually asked her before putting her on the spot right now. I actually asked her if she would be okay to share it with us as we celebrate this World Ocean Day. Yes, we are celebrating it after the actual World Ocean Day, but I think it's, in a way, it's every day World Ocean Day because it's everywhere and it's all around us. So I think, Anne-Sophie, if you're ready.
Yes. Well, I can't call myself a poet, so like I don't know. Like I do write sometime to write
Yes.
some of my thought on paper. So I did like felt inspired to wrote a poem in Mauritian Creole, like as if like the ocean talking to us. So it's been a while. I haven't read my poem live. Please be a bit indulgent with me. Thank you. Okay. Mo appelle l'océan, Mochila depuis commencement. Mo abrite beaucoup habitants, depuis ce phytoplancton à ce gros la baleine bleue. Molière a beaucoup sentiment. Son moment va craser contre du sable blanc, capable de toi un sentiment apaisement. Moi appelle l'océan, Mochila depuis commencement. Mon guette toi grandi avec tes bonnes parents. Moi une source émerveillement. Pour du monde qui connaît moi. C'est qui t'en mou la voix pour comprendre. Moi pas un étendible uniquement. Moi une source pour la vie, moi important. Moi l'amour qui besoin protéger, garder et prendre en compte. Moi appelle l'océan. Mon là depuis commencement. Mais pour encore combien de temps? Yes.
Thank you so much. It
Thank you.
was really, really, really good. I mean, obviously we will be adding the subtitles for YouTube so that people also
Yes.
understand what it is. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And I think it kind of sums up everything we've been discussing today and how it's really important to us. And hopefully, this can help other people to realize that it should be important to them as well. Because, like you said, um, like the ocean is everything and it's everywhere. And the ocean saw us grow up. The ocean is the one who like saw us have fun and then showed us how life can be beautiful. So I think it's a beautiful homage, I would say, that you gave to the ocean today. And we were discussing earlier if we met the ocean, what would we say? I guess um, it would be nice for him to know that, for him or her, to know that you take their voice and you are saying those beautiful things. So thank you so much, Anne Sophie, for sharing it with us. So I don't know. I know we are at time. I don't know if there is anyone who would like to say any last words before we close this episode and this very first chat roulette from the fellows. So is there anything that anyone would like to add?
I would say thanks for having me tonight. It was a really great session. We had a good laugh together, and I also learned so many things about you and your memories as well, and everything which make us islanders. And I realized that sometimes we all have the same, somehow, somewhere, we did have the same memories of the sea. We did spend so much quality times at the beach, and our connection with the ocean is, yes, very different, everyone, but it's there, and it's the most important thing. And in this great celebration of the Ocean Day, I think we as people, as islanders, we should promote how we can help to protect the ocean. And I think this is a great thing that we did today, so that people can know that there's us and there's other people as well can know that we can do a lot of things to protect the ocean. And that's it for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Natasha. Anyone else have some last words to say?
Yes, I also wanted to say thank you for having me on the panel. It was really nice. Also, considering that, as Natasha said, the fact that we are islanders and born on a coastal island, we actually kind of have the same experience, whether or not we are in the field of marine science, and which actually show that we don't need to necessarily be in the field of marine science or in the field of science to actually protect the environment and the ocean, because we are linked to it. We come from an island, so it's definitely part of our childhood memories and lifestyle. So it definitely is a way to show how like we all can do something to protect the environment and the ocean, and we don't necessarily have to be like be a marine scientist, like just you can be in the field of like management or business and still you have ideas how you want to protect the ocean. So it was a very interesting discussion today, and it was really nice to have hear about everyone's different memories and experience with the ocean. So thank you again.
Thank you so much, Anne-Sophie. Any last words?
Just one last thing before we go.
Yes.
Thank you, Anga, for having me today for this session. And one last thing is I would like to say is that we call this planet the blue planet. We're surrounded by the ocean. So I think being an islander or not, I think the ocean is important for everyone. And it's the ocean that connects everyone, even islanders, people living on land. So we are all connected through this vast ocean. And I think we must all know its importance and know how to protect it before it's too late. Yeah, so that would be my message. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sruti. And I do want to bounce on one thing that then Anne-Sophie said about how no matter what we do or like in what field of work we are in, the sea is actually the ocean is something that is actually important to all of us. And that's one thing that I wanted to showcase even more today when we were having this panel, because we did not mention what we do in life, what is our aspiration, what is something that we want to do, or what we are actually already doing. But there was this one thing that linked us all, that was the ocean and the sea. And I think this is very beautiful. And just like Shruti said, it is called the blue planet for a reason. So we should be working towards that. So as we gently return from our big expedition, I would say, in the sea, I would be telling all of you thank you so much for this special World Ocean Day episode of the AfriTech Connect. We hope that this more relaxed and reflective format of the chat roulette offered something fresh, grounding, and meaningful. And if you enjoyed it, let us know so that we know, because we do love experimenting with ways to bring more soul into the conversations that we have. So if you have also ideas, so do not hesitate to let us know. I would like to say a big thank you to our guests, so Shruti, Natasha, and Anne-Sophie. Thank you for sharing your soul, your softness, and also your strength with us tonight. As I said, the ocean lives in all of us and in each of the words that all of you shared today. And to everyone listening, whether it's live right now or catching the replay on YouTube, thank you for being part of this community. May you leave tonight's session or leaving this video with a little bit more connected to the tides, to the sea or the ocean that is close to you, whether it's the sound of waves, like Natasha like it, the scent of salt maybe, or just a childhood beach day that calls you home. So just remember that. And until next time, keep innovating and embracing the spirit of exploration. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye.